Yeah, Savannah. A message to all my people out there. Yeah, you know I love you. All you gotta do is live in love and let's make it better. Excuse me, let love be. Oh yeah, I was born a king of conscience, that's how I stay. I've been through a lot, the most I protect my life this day. I won't stop, there must be a better way. People are so busy, much dismay because of negligence, your children gone astray. What we gonna do now? We gotta live in love, let us pray. Cause we've got what it takes to make this world a better place and make our children eat. It's all up to me, it's all up to you. We've got what it takes to make this world a better place and make our children safe. It's all up to me, it's all up to you. No, war with me. So pagans, why you wanna war with me? I make music for the people and bring the unity. Now they recognize the star in me. Can't compromise, I'm a winner.
Cymarshall Law Show. Let's go.
Alright, just a message to the sinner. Hey, this is from the teacher to the beginners. We've got what it takes to make this world a better place and to make our children safe. It's all up to me, it's all up to you. We've got what it takes to make this world a better place.
Good morning, y'all.
Make our children safe.
Come on.
It's all up to you, it's all up to me.
Yeah.
We got what it takes. We got what it takes.
Yeah.
Why you wanna kill yourself with damage?
Hey.
Guns and bombs, nuclear atomic. Whoa, and then you fool that call the children.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to rewind and sizzle right quick. Easy. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Cymarshall Law Show. Episode number 21.
A message to all my people out there.
We're gonna call this one Balance.
Yeah, you know I love you.
Come
All
on.
you gotta do is live in love and let's make it better. Excuse me, let love be. Oh yeah, I was born a king of conscience, that's how I stay. I've been through a lot, the most I protect my life this day. I won't stop, there must be a better way. People are so busy, much dismay because of negligence, your children gonna
What y'all got going on this
what
morning?
we gonna do now? We gotta live in love.
Hey yo.
We've got what it takes.
I hope y'all about to
Make this world a better place
wake up
and make our children safe.
and whoop the world's
It's all
ass.
up to me, it's all up to you. We've got what it takes.
Come on.
To make this world a better place.
We always got what it takes.
It's all up to me, it's all up to you. No, war with me. So pagans, why you wanna war with me? I make music for the people and bring the unity. Now they recognize the star in me. Can't compromise, I'm a winner. Open up your eyes, children. Queens and kings, you're alright. Just a message to the sinner. That's a message from the teacher to the beginners. We've got what it takes to make this world a better place and to make our children safe. It's all up to me, it's all up to you. We've got what it takes to make this world a better place and make our children safe. It's all up to you, it's all up to me. We got what it.
Your hands, everybody!
If you got what it takes, cause it's Cymarshall.
Your hands, everybody!
If you got what it takes, good morning, y'all. Clap your hands, everybody. Wake up.
Your hands, everybody! If you got what it
Get out.
takes.
To believe in yourself, forget the doubts I cannot win. Go against the odds and come out a champion. Stare defeat in the face, keep my feet in the race. I'm beating the fakes. I eat, sleep, and breathe what it takes. Still I can't rest at night. Pray for the strength to fight, to defend my right, clear my thoughts and give me better sight. Life's a stage and I'ma rock until the show is done. Battles are overcome, Lord will never go and run. My eyes hold the sun, so I don't need to hold a gun. My knife is the pen, I'ma fight to the end, my friend. I know people claim the truth, but they never true. Can you walk through hell without turning into the dead? I've lost everything I had and had to start again. And my heart is pain, that's why Cymarshall span bars of flame. For the dead and gone won't break when the pressure's on. My eyes said I'm strong, grab the page and write a better song. My back to the wall, I put all my trust in God. Cause I feel like nobody rooting for the underdog. In the rough times, through experience there is a lesson. Fall 6 times and you get up 7. Gotta see good in the tragedy, in the hood is my family. So I'm cooking a strategy, never looking in back at me. When everyone's saying what you doing is insanity, do you got what it takes to make your dreams a reality? Clap your hands, everybody. Good morning. Cymarshall Law Show, episode 21. Got what it takes to clap along, y'all. Clap your hands, everybody. If you got what it takes, clap your hands, everybody. Sit down. I feel like I'm down by 10, 30 seconds left in overtime. But if life is a game, I'm still gonna go for mine. Cause I know that we were once kings, and a winner never quits, and a quitter never knows himself. My flow won't stop like no, it's not a joke, yo. I was meant to fall, but I won't go. I bounce back like a pogo or even a yo-yo. I'ma walk these dogs, even if I do it solo. Days are bad, but nothing is constant, that will come better. So pain roll off me like rain on an umbrella. Quit never, won't fall or stop. I give it all I got for hip-hop. I grab the mic and lower rock despite being robbed and lied to. Like what did I do? I fight through, dust myself off and appear like no. I've been cheated, but I know God got a plan. Mother always said that you can't knock an honest man. Clap your hands, everybody. If you got what it takes, clap your hands, everybody. If you got what it takes, I said, clap your hands, everybody. If you got what it takes, clap your hands, everybody. If you got what it takes.
What it takes.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yo, why did Elvis get famous for saying thank you very much? It sounded kind of crazy. Didn't sound cool or anything. How is he? You know, I already know. I was about to say, how is he like deemed like what it is to be cool? Because he don't look very cool to me. But I digress. Good morning. It's the Cymarshall Law Show, y'all. Haha. Come on. Yeah. I'd like to thank y'all for joining me. I love y'all. Just like I love myself. Just like you should love yourself. Know that. There's a lot of people walking around here not loving themselves, and you gotta take care of number one. Because if you don't take care of number one, number two's not gonna know to take care of number two, and number three's not gonna know to take care of number three. You know what I'm saying? 2 2s and 4 4s. Number 4's not taking care of number 4. You know what I'm saying? That's how you gotta see things. So yeah, we're gonna start the show with the morning thank yous. You know what I'm saying? We turn this down a little bit. Universal gods, we'd like to thank you for bringing us forth here today. Thank you for waking us up. Thank you for us feeling purposeful this morning. Thank you for waking us up with so many missions to accomplish, but us having the strength and clarity of mind and purity of heart to accomplish all the tasks and missions in our heart. Universal gods, I'd like to thank you for our healthy hearts. I'd like to thank you for our healthy minds. I'd like to thank you for our healthy intestines, our healthy bloodstreams, our healthy bones, our healthy brains. God, thank you for the confidence we have in ourselves. Thank you for our skin. Thank you for our hair. Thank you for our eyes. Thank you for our noses. Thank you for our lips, our tongues, all our bodily organs. God, thank you for friends. Thank you for family. God, thank you for opportunities. Not only thank you for opportunities, God, thank you for giving us the eyes to see those opportunities. God, thank you for giving us the bravery. And thank you for giving us the intellect to see those opportunities and not allow them to walk by today. We're going to see these opportunities, and, not every day we seize the moment. So God, I'd like to thank you for giving us the cojones to seize those opportunities. God, I'd like to thank you for allowing us to know that it's okay to be us in the midst of chaos. It is okay. We're going to live another day. We're going to laugh another laugh. And God, I'd like to thank you for comedy. Thank you. Thank you. Amen. Yeah. So yeah, I usually just say what's ever on my brain at the time, because I feel like when you talk to the universal gods, you should, just be honest, because I would imagine the universe knows exactly what you're thinking anyway. So when I talk to God, the universe, Jah, the cosmic intelligence, I talk to God like God is my homeboy. God is me. God is my homeboy. So I'm never like, oh, I gotta speak perfectly when I'm speaking to the Most High. No, everything coming into my brain has to be of the universe. So yeah, me and God is like this. God is me. We are within God. And I segmented into that ending of the prayer with thank you for comedy, because I feel like we don't laugh enough nowadays. I feel like laughter was the one thing lacking in 2020. I mean, can you think of any really dope stand-ups that came out in 2020? No, we're all too busy marching and protesting, and everybody running scared from COVID-19 to even sneak a laugh in anywhere. And you know what? Today's show is called Balance, and the reason I called it Balance is because this is what we're lacking, and I'm seeing this everywhere. Even in myself sometimes. I mean, yesterday morning, check it out. Not yesterday morning, Monday morning, I started the show pretty late, and I'm usually a pretty punctual guy. I'm the type of guy that's always taught that being being on time is late, and being early is being on time. So I've been a little bit off my game, to be honest. And to be very clear with y'all, it has to do with balance. So yesterday morning or Monday morning, I'm running around Sunday trying to do all these things, right? And meanwhile, my phone is on 15%. I'm doing more things. My phone's on 10%. It's like 1 a.m. now, and I'm still doing things like just trying to create. And now my phone's on 2%. At this point, it's like 2 in the morning. I gotta start the show at 6 a.m. and I fall asleep. So I wake up, my phone's on 1%. I try to charge it right before the show starts. And what happens? I'm filming the show and the joint just dies on me. And how I'm connecting this is this balance. I was just doing too much, and you can't allow yourself to just do too much. And what I'm saying here is that when you do too much, you tend not to be laughing. And then I thought to myself, what represents Cymarshall Law more than liking to laugh and liking to have fun? And one of the main things is these guys right here. These guys right here. If anyone knows me well, they know that I can be a very serious, quiet guy, but at the same time, nobody likes a joke more than me. And the same way I created the spirit of 94, 93, 92 hip-hop shirts, and I put on the shirts the comedians the artists or the albums that I really loved and made an impact on me while I was growing up. It's made an impact on me. So yeah, I made the Cymarshall Law shirts, the black on black down here. But yeah, Dave Chappelle, Eddie Murphy, Martin Lawrence. I'm gonna have these in the Cymarshall Law store soon. Pretty soon. But yeah, that's why I have this shirt on. But yeah, today's show is called Balance, and I've just been doing a lot more usually than I have usually, and I feel like a lot of times I'm moving so fast that I miss things. I feel like I'm moving in 10 different directions, and I feel like we all seem to have this problem, and it's like life is always moving so fast we don't have time to stop and take a breath. And when we don't stop and take a breath, we miss a lot of things. We miss a lot of things. And it's like I remember a long time ago the same thing happened to me. And it was at the time when my life was kind of falling apart, to be honest. It was about 2010. In 2010, I toured more than I had ever toured before. I think I toured United States twice. I toured Europe like 3 times just that one year, and I was just moving around so fast. I felt like the most important parts of my life started to get pushed to the edge. And I feel like when we don't have balance, that happens a lot. We miss a lot of the things that make us whole, and we think that the things that we're doing that are going to make us whole end up not making us whole, because it's like you have to focus on the right things. And I was pushing a lot of things to the side of the table that weren't really that were the most important to me, and a lot of things that were the most important to me ended up falling off the table. So it's just like a few ways you can see it, and a lot of times life will give you a metaphor for actually what's happening internally with you. And a story that I remember is that my dad had a 8-track, and he brought it from England, and he had probably had it with us since the 70s. So when we moved to America, he brought it to England. He brought it to America, and we had it in our family. And obviously times changed, and he never used it, but it was something that was important to our family's history and just everything he used to do back in England and bringing it over to America. And years after he passed, I was moving and I needed to take it to my new house. And I was running around the house doing so much things. I put it on the edge of the table, just like this hat is on the edge of the table, right? And then my daughter came running by the table, and she knocked it just like this, and the whole big 8-track fell off the table, boom, and broke into like 10,000 pieces. Now I'm amping it, and probably broke into like 10 different pieces. But at the time, when you see something you love break, it doesn't seem like 10 pieces, it seems like 10,000 pieces. So this like family heirloom that had been in our family for amount of long, my daughter walked by the table and bumped it off, and it broke. And my point in saying that is that it was my fault. At the time, I got mad as hell at her, and I'm pretty embarrassed to say I told her off or whatever, because she was running around. But as a metaphor to life, honestly, it was my fault. And to be clear, it's just like when you're doing too much, sometimes the most important things to you, you move to the edge of the table, and you could have this big, expensive part of you that you're not paying attention to because you're doing so many other things in life. The most important things that you care about the most get moved to the edge of the table, and when they get moved to the edge of the table, they're in danger of somebody walking by and accidentally bumping them and them breaking. So that was a metaphor for what was happening in my life at the time. A lot of people that I cared about the most, I don't think I was giving the right attention to, and I felt like my life began to kind of break apart because of that. And I feel like because I'm able to be honest and kind of see and understand that's how I was able to grow. But a lot of time it's just balance. It's balance, because nothing you love should ever be on the edge of the table. Whether that's your friendships, your relationships, your passions, your careers. So it's a whole entire metaphor for life. Nothing you love should ever be on the edge of the table, because you never know when someone's gonna walk by and bump your edge of the table, and the things you love are gonna, the things you love should be right dead center of the table. You know what? It's a metaphor for like a messy ass eater. You ever been around an eater that you look at their plate and their food is all on the side of the plate, their rice is falling off the side, their gravy is falling off the side, and they just look sloppy, they got food dripping down. You know what I'm saying? You can just see that they're not exactly the type of person that has a balanced, organized life. And then you might see someone eating and they're just like this. And they're all, all their food is all in the middle of the plate and everything. Their potatoes are over here and their rice is over here. And they have kind of an organized life. And I'm not saying you should be all like straight and rigid all the time. What I'm saying is that you have to have balance. Like some days you gotta eat pizza and allow the joint to drip all down your hand. One of those. And other days you have to have the napkin in here and eat like this. You know what I'm saying? But it's like a lot of y'all want to do this, so you want to do that. And I feel like more than ever, if you've taken anything out of 2020 besides that you got to get yours, you got to remember that life is about balance. It's always going to be about balance. And if you don't have balance, you're liable to fall off. I mean, picture someone like a gymnast, for instance. What do you think is more important, that a gymnast is able to get on the balance beam, or that a gymnast is able to balance on the balance beam? To me, the most important thing I would have to say is that the gymnast is able to balance on the balance beam, because anybody can get on the balance beam. Anybody can hop on the balance beam with no skill, but it takes a professional to know how to move their weight to this side or that side and to not lean too much forward or lean too much backward. It's the same thing in life. You have to know when to give, know when to get, know when to drop your weight, know when to lift your weight. And a lot of times we don't end up doing that. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and move into my joint of the day, and it's called Balance, actually, and it's from a brother named Tamaya, a Nigerian singer. You know what I'm saying? Just check it out. This joint is called Balance.
One white shoe and one nika. Got no house and I got no car. One black boy from Africa. Got big dreams, so go take me far. All I wanna do is to make the world smile. And music I can do is my only substance. And I really got plans to make the world dance. Yeah, to make the world dance. As I got money for my pocket, balance it. I go just enter the play. Balance it. As I got money for my pocket, balance it. I go just call all my guys. Balance it. As I get dinner for my pocket, balance it. I go just do any love with balance it. As I got money for my pocket, balance it. And my girls flex with my hello. Baby, give me that thing that you should be. I don't come here to play, I must scatter the place. People try to hold me down, slow me down, I tell them no. Yeah. I just want to enjoy my life, I wanna run my race. Back in all the days, they said me I'm broke. All of them are treat me like a goalie ball. Yeah. Right now my life is a miracle. Hey, ladies wanna leave me like a lollipop. Yeah. As I got money for my pocket, I go just enter the play. Balance it. As I got money for my pocket, I go just call all my guys. Balance it. As I got dinner for my pocket, I go just do any love with. Balance it. As I got money for my pocket, and my girls black with my got no house and I got no car. Hey, one black boy from Africa. Yeah. Got big dreams, they go take me far. All I wanna do is to make the world smile. And music I can do is my only substance. And I really got plans to make the world dance. Yeah, I make the world dance. As I get money for my pocket, I go just send I got money for my pocket, I go just call all my guys. As I got dinner for my pocket, I go just do any love with. As I got money for my pocket, and my girls bless.
Cymarshall Law Show. Come on. Hey, y'all. Yeah, you're gonna have a great day today. Come on.
I got money for my pocket. And my girls like to buy.
Yo, you're gonna have a wonderful, great day today. You know why you're gonna have a great day? Because you're gonna balance it. You're gonna balance it. Yo, sometimes, you know what I'm saying, you gotta have an active day. Sometimes you gotta have a calm day. Sometimes you gotta have a day where you're moving about everywhere. Sometimes you gotta have a day where you're chilling. So just remember, during your day, to balance it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm black boy from Africa. Got big dreams, they go take me far.
Hey.
All I wanna do is to make the world smile. My music that I do is my only substance, and I really got plans to make the world dance. Yeah, to make the world balance. As I get money for my pocket, balance it. I go just send for the play.
Balance it.
As I get money for my head,
Balance it.
I go just call all my guys.
Balance it.
As I get paid for my pocket, balance it. I go just do any of it.
Balance it.
As I get money for my pocket, balance it. My girls like to buy. Hello. Give me that thing that you should be. I don't come here to play, I must scatter the place.
Yow.
You try to hold me down, slow me down, I tell them, no. Yeah. I just want to enjoy my life, I wanna run my race. Back in the days, yesterday I broke down. All of them are treat me like a goodie ball. Yeah. Right now my life is a miracle. All the ladies wanna leave me like a lollipop. As I get money for my pocket,
Balance it.
I go just send for the play.
Balance it.
As I get money for my pocket, balance it. I go just call all my guys. Balance it. As I get money for my pocket, balance it. I go just do any way. Balance it. As I get money for my pocket, balance it. And my girls like to buy.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. I'm over here cracking myself up because I'm thinking, only reason I played this song is because I like saying, balance it. Balance it. I should have created that tune. I would have killed it on stage. Balance it. Balance it. Hey.
As I get money for my pocket, balance it. I go just send for the play.
Balance it.
As I get money for my pocket,
Balance it. Yo, in all seriousness though, balance is everything. This brother's name is Tamaya, and he came out with an album. What's the album name? The album's name is, I wrote it down. The album's name is Chulo Vibes. It came out it came out February 2019, and I just came across this song because I was researching balance, and I found balance it. Yo, but speaking of balance, I like all different types of music, and I feel like anyone that knows me knows that you can't exactly put me into a box, because I will like something from like balance it to some hardcore hip hop. I will read anything from Harry Belafonte's autobiography to a Marvel comic book in a heartbeat, in the same day, in the same hour. I will watch, like for instance, I'll get vulnerable with y'all and see, that's why this show is ill, because other people's out there fronting and I'm keeping it 100. Right now I'm watching Sopranos, and I've never seen it. So I was looking for a new show. Someone was like, yo, that's the best show ever on TV. I was like, bet, I never watched it. I'll check it out. So I'm watching that gangster show or whatever. But at the same time, I watched Bridgerton on Netflix. Everyone should have stopped their cars in the morning and got out and been like, what the I watched Bridgerton? How this? Come on, Si. But yeah, man. Well, I was watching it, and my son came around the corner and he was like this. You alright, Dad? You good, Dad? Cause he usually catches me watching like Avengers or something like that, Tenet or something like this. But yeah, I feel like balance is needed. Sometimes I want to just put on something that I'm not actually gonna pay attention to, and I just kind of veg out to it, and it's something where I don't have to be all focused and paying attention to it. It's a balance thing. Sometimes I want to be fully engaged, and sometimes I kind of just want to sit there and have something on and allow my day to kind of replay in my head as I kind of like wind down for the evening. But I can't always be like on the go, on the go, on the go, on the go. So I like to balance. I'm bugging this morning. I must be tired. This morning I didn't know I was gonna perform. I didn't know I was gonna go into that song "What It Takes." The reason I went into it is because I knew I was gonna play Sizzler's song this morning. You got what it takes, and then as it was playing this morning, I was like, well, damn. He's saying you got it, what it takes, and I got a song called "What It Takes." Sounds like a good segue for me to get on the mic and start doing my thing. So yeah, I did that this morning. So yeah, man, the show this morning is called Balance, and I'm just talking about the importance of that. It's funny because you may not be able to guess my favorite groups in hip hop, and I have 4 of them, and they're Wu-Tang and De La Soul, M.O.P. and The Roots. And those groups are not necessarily alike. They're hip hop to the core. That's their common factor. But as far as like the energy that they come with, they're different. And that's me just liking a healthy balance of things in my life. Even you need balance all over. So sometimes you're trying to like get healthy and you keep eating all this healthy food, and then it's like if you don't have a balance of maybe a little bit of sweet stuff sometimes somewhere, you crash and then have like a whole lot of it. I know I've definitely been in a space where I've been working out, and then, been healthy, everything, and then just one day, it all falls down. The house of cards falls down. You walk by something, you walk by a glazed donut, and all of a sudden life gets complicated. Mike Tyson had a great quote, and the quote was, every man has a plan until he gets punched in the face. Well, me seeing that glazed donut was the punch in the face. And I digress. My point is that even Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has a cheat day. And, obviously, that's a man that looks like the Hulk. Works out all the time, I'm sure, every day. But, I read that he said that even he has a cheat day. He said something like, you can't cheat yourself, you gotta treat yourself. So yeah, so as far as balance goes, I want to get into another joint. I'm gonna be releasing 1 song a week for the entire 2021. So every Tuesday you're gonna hear a new Cymarshall Law joint. It's gonna be on all social media platforms, Apple, Spotify, wherever YouTube, wherever, SoundCloud, Bandcamp. Well, I'm not gonna put it on my Bandcamp, but it's gonna be everywhere else. But yeah, I'm doing it because I want to balance Cymarshall Law all throughout the year, so you get to hear me all throughout the year. And that's what it's because like I've been saying over and over for the past couple months, I definitely made a calculated decision that I'm just gonna go full throttle into doing what I love, and it's not necessarily gonna be about the rules or what's right or what's wrong. It's gonna be about how I feel, and I definitely want y'all to see me on this journey, and I want y'all to get licensed to do the same thing. And all I'm doing is following my heart, following the things that I love to do, and I want to show y'all that it's okay to do the same things, because a lot of the times people do not, they feel like they need permission to do the things that they love. And no one's going to give you permission to do the things you love. Nobody. So whether that's you building cars, whether that's you painting murals, whether that's you sewing hats, you know what I'm saying? If you do not get up and do what you want to do, sometimes it's not the most position in your life for you to do the things you want to do. However, if you do not make time for these things, life will not make time for them for you. Impossible. So a lot of people wait until they get ready, wait until they're ready, and sometimes, you know, ready never ever comes. So I feel like even that, you need a healthy dose of bravery and what's the word, cautiousness, confidence and cautiousness. What's the opposite of cautiousness? What? What's the opposite of being apprehensive? Sometimes, this is another dope ass quote. Sometimes being too careful is careless. I'm gonna say that again. Sometimes being too careful is careless. And I feel like a lot of times, you know, we wait until we think, you know, until we are in the right fitness. We're gonna buy that outfit. We know when we've lost enough weight, or when we've gained enough muscle, or we're gonna go and pursue our passion or dream when the time is right, or when we have enough money. And the thing about that is sometimes that thing never ever comes, and that day never comes. And so it's like, if you don't have that balance in your life of things you have to do and things you need to do, if your life is ruled by things that you have to do, you better put some of those things you need to do on the plate, because you never know, you know, tomorrow's not promised. We all should know that by now. And if tomorrow's not promised, I feel like that says everything you need to know. Sometimes we look for these answers in life that are like heavily complicated, but all of life is not that complicated. I mean, and I don't mean to sit up here and sound like some big intellect, because I'm damn sure not. I'm actually just a regular person, and I wanna. That is the point of this show. Like, I don't want. You know, I was saying to someone the other day, a lot of times you don't see somebody on TV or in the media that actually reflects you, and just like a regular person that's been through struggles, that's been through strife, that is not always having the best day, that is just honest and vulnerable. Like, that is the side vision, to speak your truth. And that's what I'm going to do every day, speak my truth. And whether that truth is always the best, it's not about that. What it is about is the honesty. It's about me being transparent with y'all and allowing you to be transparent with yourselves, because if you are not truthful and transparent with yourselves, we can't grow, and we definitely can't have any balance. So that's what side vision is all about. It's about not being afraid to be yourself. And a lot of times we're terrified to be ourselves, because if we actually be ourselves, we might realize that we're way greater than we ever thought we ever could be. And when we realize that, then that has a whole lot of responsibility to it. It's like, you know, Uncle Ben told Peter Parker, with great power comes great responsibility. So when you realize that you have this power because you weren't terrified to believe in yourself, and you believed in yourself. And it's actually something that a lot of people struggle with. It's like, if you know how good you are and you don't deal with it, what's the difference between you and a coward? If you know what's in your heart, and you know the skill set you have, and you're allowing someone else who doesn't have your heart of mind and doesn't have your skill set to get further than you in places, because you never felt comfortable enough to do what they did, because they got where they got in an uncomfortable position, because you know what, they had to trick your ass into staying your ass at home and not doing anything. Because a lot of times when you're really good at something, your competition will not tell your ass you're good. When you have a pure heart, sometimes people get upset at that because they don't even understand why is this person a good person. So they secretly hate on your ass because they're watching you being a good person and they're waiting for you to fuck up. So if you want to stay at home and be uncomfortable because something is too hard, you know what? The asshole who is not as skilled as you, who doesn't mind being uncomfortable, will definitely take your motherfucking position. Know that. So yeah, did I just go off on a tangent? I might have, but I meant what I said. That's like it is. So I was saying, you know, every week, every Tuesday, I'm gonna be coming out with a joint. My weekly joint I'm gonna play right now is called Like It Is. It's produced by Slimline Mother out of the UK, and yeah, it's on everywhere, Spotify, everywhere you can check this joint out. Like It Is, Cymarshall Law. Let's go. Cymarshall Law Show. Balance, y'all, balance. Come on.
Why y'all surprised that I'm back again? Hip hop was my first life. I was just entangling. I'm a verbal, almost a Libra, so I'll be balancing. Roll me a sniff that's stiffer than a mannequin. What's all this I'm hearing about human trafficking is damaging when the evidence is always vanishing? The pandemic, the artists panicking out their element. All up online, now they're scrambling, it's irrelevant. So money's no more, and you getting raped by your streams. Now you out here swinging your verses by any means. You downgraded to walking just when you was getting fly. I guess you never meant to want to tell her what is right. I get the truth and always come to fight. I know in the end, the real will always come to light. Know the truth versus some of us, we not liking this. But don't be mad at me, I'm just telling it like it is. It's like this. It's like this. It's like this. This last year's been crazy, consecutive fresh blows. And people I looked up to been getting exposed. And I found when you succeed, that's when you get fold. But y'all just worried about a Tory shop next toes. I try to write a better song, I still might get it wrong. But I swear I just saw my true drop in Lebanon. Like this, I can go, always come with the type. Rise when I and glow with an iron soul. Lord, side is cold like ice is cold and time is told. Where guys are fold, that's exactly where I'm finding gold. And I tried to show, I can tell when my style is low. Luckily you can't be a square, just don't try to roll. Internet gangsters know that this shit time is strong. Right, everybody got a place. You gotta find your own true person. Some of us we not liking this. But don't matter me, I'm just telling it like it is. Like this. Come on, come on. Yo, y'all gonna have a great day today. Let's go. Get out. I fight like a blind swordsman. Without seeing you, I feel your energy. We making change, but it's a mistake. You be relaxed. We still in the woods on the band, making deeper tracks. In the age of misinformation, I'm still speaking facts. You know dude can spit. I hit and never miss. You lose your shit like Nick speaking with Professor Griff. Let's get it effortless. Then you was no one ever this. I'm the adventurous nemesis. Sui generous. I kill the trap when I kick with true skill. And go to the funeral and the strip like Lou Will. Let the pandemic last the mad long. My sick verse is really the reason you got your mask on. Make it right if you think that's wrong. Life is music. If you choose it, it'll be a sad song. Know the true person. Some of us we not liking this. But don't be mad at me. I'm just telling it like this, y'all. This, y'all. It's like this. Yeah, buddy. Cymarshall Law Show, episode 21. And yo, as usual, if y'all enjoying the show, share it, subscribe, let people know about it. You can listen everywhere on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, on Pandora, on iHeartRadio, on Google Play. You know, they have so many platforms, man. Wait, like too many platforms. I never know who's listening because you might have
a bunch of people listening somewhere where you're not even in tune that they're listening. But I just try to upload, everywhere. I probably need to look into podcast growth more. But you know what? I'm having fun. I'm enjoying myself, and I think these are the most important things, because I feel like if you're not enjoying what you're doing every day, then you probably need to make some type of audible change in your life. Too many times we go throughout life and we don't like what we do. And then we wake up the next day and we do the same thing. And we wake up the next day and we Bill Murray Groundhog's Day until it's Doomsday. Rest in peace, MF Doom. Life is it's a funny thing. You never know what it's gonna throw at you. You never know what it's gonna throw at you. You never know. Things could start good one day and they could be crazy the next day. I mean, this is life. No one promised you that life was gonna be great every day. No one even said that life was gonna be fair. So if you know these things, you should internally know that life is about balance, because you're gonna get everything. You're gonna get hit with the rain. You're gonna get hit with the sun. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get hit with the cold. You're gonna get hit with the heat. These are the most consistent things about life. That we spoke about it before in the show. Duality, the yin, the yang, and if you don't have one without the other, it's like, how could the light know it was light without the darkness? You know what I mean? You gotta have both. Left, right, up, down. You just gotta have balance, and too much of anything makes you an addict. And no, I'm not gonna jump into performing my song Addiction, but it crossed my mind. But yeah, man, things can start good, they end up bad. In the news I was watching last night, I seen Kim Kardashian and Kanye might be going towards a divorce, and all I could think is that, why are these people in the news? Not that they don't, they're not like newsworthy. What I mean is that, like, they have this independent life, relationship, independent of us. And, it probably started great with them. And now all of a sudden they're in the news and we know all the information, like, and that must be horrifying. That must be the worst part about being like a superstar, that you can't get divorced in private. Now I'm scrolling down Twitter and I'm seeing like Kanye looking crazy because he's getting divorced. Like, Kanye probably don't want me seeing him right now, but it's like the whole world is watching. In social media, everybody's like paying attention to. I don't want to say everybody, but a lot of us are paying attention to the wrong things. I don't think in order for you to get where you need to go in your life, or anybody to get where they need to go in their lives, they need to be enthralled with another man's divorce, another woman's divorce. But I feel like not only do like we get involved in these things, like we make it our lives to make their lives our lives. And again, to be all the way transparent, sometimes I get caught in the hype too. Sometimes it's of someone of interest in the news, and if it's in my face, I'm gonna read the article, and if it's funny, I'm gonna have a laugh. But some things are not funny. Some things are not funny at all. Like Dr. Dre's wife, I think her name is Nicole. They're in a Dr. Dre, yesterday I read that he was taken to the hospital for a possible. He was hospitalized after a brain aneurysm, and this morning, Dr. Dre is supposed to be in divorce court because him and his wife are going through a divorce battle, and it's like, why do I even know all this? I would understand if me and Dr. Dre was like this and that was my man. And, you know, he is one of my favorite producers. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But I don't know Dr. Dre personally, but I know his personal business. And I think that's horrifying. Why? Why? Like, surely there's more. I don't want to say more important because, like I said, I didn't want to say it's not newsworthy, but surely there's more important things that could be more conducive to my life and me getting to where I'm going than me knowing the details of Dr. Dre Young's proceedings. Or surely there's something more important going on in the world, you know, somewhere. With everything going on right now, we're paying attention to people's divorce proceedings. How about the stimulus? Did y'all get the stimulus? Cause I woke up on January 1st, and I'm not gonna front, I got mine. And I was like, good looking. I do appreciate this. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Like Elvis. Or not. Did you think it was enough? No, obviously you know it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. Especially when you're hearing like other countries are getting like $2,000 a month. And now I'm not sure on this, but what I'm hearing is that other countries are getting like $2,000 a month from their government, and we're getting a punk ass $600. I mean, suppose you're one of the people that's in a position where you have to like fix your car, pay your rent, you got, you know, a bunch of kids, groceries, phone bill, and you've been unemployed for however long your unemployment has run out, and they giving you $600? Come on, fam. You know how many taxes they take out of our checks? $600? But, you know, we got it, and those of us that got it, we're probably happy to get it. But I just don't think it's enough. I feel like the government is not balancing their funds properly. You know, today's show is called Balance, and I don't feel the government is balancing their bread properly. They need to help their people out more. And we need to stop paying attention to the things that don't matter. Like if Dr. Dre is getting divorced from his wife, or Kim Kardashian hasn't seen Kanye because he's been in Wyoming for... Why do I even know that? That's my point. Like, the news shoves these things down our throat that are unhelpful to, like, me knowing that Kanye West is in Wyoming right now and Kim Kardashian is in California. How is that helping my life? But it's actually taking up a space in my brain. And unconsciously, these things happen to all of us because I don't even remember reading this shit. But obviously I read it, right? And now it's in my brain. So the things that we were paying attention to unconsciously are like filling up our brain, and they're like stopping us from getting to where we want to go because our brain is filled with all this bullshit. You think it's a mistake? It's not a mistake. It's not a mistake. It's not a mistake. It's not a mistake. Nothing in the media I learned a long time ago is a mistake. So it's like we're being brainwashed, but then you have to think, why are we being brainwashed? And then that's the scary part, because you start thinking, well, damn, if I was like fully cognizant and I was fully focused on the things that are right for my life as far as balance and health and not being stressed and you know, getting rest and focusing on my dreams, then there would be a lot of people at the top of their fields not relying on the government's assistance at all. And if the people don't rely on the government's assistance, then the government doesn't have control. And when the government doesn't have control, we take over. Nah, I'm joking. But you know what I'm getting at. And I feel like, yeah, they fill our heads with this bullshit. A lot of things are might not be bullshit though. Yo, you know what's messed up? There's so much going on. Sometimes it's really hard for us to separate the bullshit from like the truth. And recently I saw that there was over Hawaii there was a UFO scene. Now we're always like hearing about UFOs, especially like recently. I keep hearing about, you know, different things being seen, and the government always comes up with some like name for it, and they'll say like, well, it was something else. But recently over Hawaii, a lot of residents saw what they're claiming to be a UFO, and they said it, you know, it dived deep down into the ocean. And like I always say, for me watching Ancient Aliens with my dad, rest in peace, Dad. According to that show, the aliens are in the ocean, and what I'm saying is that so much is in the news, and it could be aliens in Hawaii, and it could be fucking Kim K and Kanye West, and it's like you don't know how to pick the bullshit apart from the truth. Even with this whole COVID thing, what's scary is you never know if someone's telling the truth. Because I know you always hear things like population control, and you think, yo, no one's so evil that they would, you know, kill people on purpose to make sure that Earth has a good population or whatever. You would like to think that. But my friend, if you think that, I have a notion to sell you. You know what? I just definitely messed up that last phrase, and I've wanted to say it my whole life. You ever have something you wanted to say your whole life, and then when you finally do say it, you drop it in the wrong way? I digress. Yeah, people are on to bigger and better things. Like, I recently heard that 3 people were captured in Johannesburg airport with trying to take gold into their carry-on. And I'm like, damn, what were them brothers up to? Trying to take gold into their carry-on? I'm sitting over here like trying to like invest in stocks and figure out the right IPOs to invest in, and these guys got actual physical, tangible gold. I'm like, damn, homie, you sounding like you straight out of Tomb Raider or something. Where you going with that gold? Let me get some of that. Yo, but there are more important things. So whoever had that gold on the carry-on, I'm sure he wasn't thinking about, is Kim Kardashian being divorced from Kanye West or vice versa. My man was obviously thinking about the gold in his carry-on. And maybe we should be thinking about the gold in our carry-ons. Is that that's what I'm saying. Like, everyone's always thinking about someone else's gold. What about the gold in your carry-on? You know what I'm saying? Let me get some of that. But yeah. Let me see. What do we have here? We've had a pretty good show today. What are we, like an hour in? Some of y'all just joined in today. You know what? I'm gonna end the same way I started. So I started with the song "What It Takes," and then I went into performing "What It Takes." And I was having a good old time. Y'all missed that this morning. A lot of y'all missed it. You joined late. Now. I often wonder, at 7 a.m. in the morning, are you just about to get to work? Or are you just like got out the shower, or you making your breakfast? So what part of your morning are you at? Whatever part of your morning you're at, I want you to remember that you have what it takes to go out today and whoop today's ass. I mean, there's gonna be obstacles today. As soon as we log off, 5-10 minutes, you're probably gonna meet an obstacle. Someone might hit you on your phone and have a problem for you. They might be talking your ear off. My question to you is, how are you gonna handle it? Are you gonna have balance? Are you gonna be the talker or listener? Because I found out a lot of times, sometimes someone just needs you to listen and doesn't need you to talk. So are you going to understand the balance of talk versus listen? Are you going to understand when you need to have more aggression versus when you need to have more calm? Because sometimes you need to be calm and silent, and sometimes you gotta let a motherfucker know what it is. You know what I mean? Sometimes people only understand one thing, and sometimes that's rowdy. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you don't need to give of yourself too much, because when you give of yourself too much, people think that you're always going to be there to give. So you got to have a balance of give versus take, push versus pull. And I want you to keep that at the front of your minds this morning when you go out into your days, that balance is key. And no matter what you're doing, you have what it takes to succeed. And you know you'll have what it takes to succeed when everything is on your plate in the middle and not falling off the edges. You know what I'm saying? You got to have balance. You have to know what you're fighting for. Because if you don't know what you're fighting for, it's very hard for you to get where you're going. So it's the same like when I write a rhyme. It's really hard for me to write a rhyme if I don't know what I'm going to write about beforehand. And I could be writing about nonsense. I could be writing about bragging about how great of an MC I think I am. And yeah. If I don't have balance of knowing what I want versus what I don't want, it's hard for me to get where I need to go. So yeah, I'm gonna end the show like I started. I'm gonna go ahead and perform What It Takes again. Then I might play Sizzler's What It Takes, and I'm gonna get into my quote of the day, and then I'm gonna go ahead and end it out. Let's see here. So thank y'all. So everybody, if you got what it takes, and clap along, y'all. So everybody, if you got what it takes, hey yo, clap your hands, everybody. You have what it takes today. You got this. Today, you got this. Check it out. To believe in yourself, forget the doubts like can I win? Go against the odds and come out a champion. Stare defeat in the face, keep my feet in the race. I'm beating the fakes, I eat, sleep and breathe what it takes. Still I can't rest at night, pray for the strength to fight. To defend my right, clear my thoughts and give me better sight. Life's a stage and I'ma rock until the show is done. Battles are overcome, Lord will never go and run. My eyes hold the sun so I don't need to hold a gun. My knife is the pen, I'ma fight to the end, my friend. I know people claiming truth, but they never true. Can you walk through hell without turning into the devil too? I've lost everything I had and had to start again. And my heart is pain, that's why Samar is spitting bars of flame. For the dead and gone won't break when the pressure's on. My eyes said I'm strong, grab the page and write a better song. My back to the wall, I put all my trust in God, cause I feel like nobody's rooting for the underdog. In rough times through experience there is a lesson. Fall 6 times and you get up 7. Gotta see good in the tragedy, in the hood is my family. So I'm cooking a strategy, never looking in back of me. When everyone's saying what you doing is insanity, do you got what it takes to make your dreams a reality? So yeah, just remember today, you have what it takes, and do not allow the day to steal your thunder, because maybe that's what they meant by that movie, Days of Thunder. You see it ever since? I think it's with Tom Cruise. It's called Days of Thunder. Because the day will try to take your thunder. You know what I'm saying? Today. So if you're not paying attention, the day will try to take your thunder. Have balance is all I'm saying. So my quote of the day is by Rachel Brathen. And it goes a little something like this. Balance is the key in everything you do. Dance all night long and practice yoga the next day. Drink wine, but don't forget your green juice. Eat chocolate when your heart wants it, and kale salad when your body needs it. Wear high heels on Saturday. Brothers, switch that to Timberland boots. and walk barefoot on Sunday. Live high and low, or be brave, bold, spontaneous, and loud, and let that complement your abilities to find silence, patience, modesty, and peace. Aim for balance. Make your own rules and follow your own path, and don't let anybody tell you how to live according to theirs. Remember these things. My name is Cymarshall Law, and this has been episode 21, my favorite number, Balance, of the Cymarshall Law Show. Peace, love, and positive energy, and we out like that. See y'all on Friday.
Judgment Yard, Savannah. A message to all my people out there. Yeah, you know I love you. All you gotta do
I love you.
is love and let's make you feel.
Remember that. I love you. Come on.